With Amazon Prime Video's The Boys coming to an end, the opportunity is here for another superhero show to take center stage, and one on Prime could take the crown for many seasons to come. The Boys comes to an end on May 20th, 2026, bringing an end to one of the most exciting entries in the superhero genre since Infinity War. The series was always on a ticking clock. You can't have Homelander, Anthony Starr, flying around murdering people and taking over the world ad infinitum. Eventually, the curtain has to be called on either superheroes or on the world. More pressing, the comic it's based on is only 13 volumes long, with 2 of them being an epilogue. So, when The Boys ends, it ends. That's why the next entry in the series, Vought Rising, is a prequel, The Boys, Mexico notwithstanding. Prime Video already has an ongoing superhero series that can immediately step into the huge red boots of The Boys, with Invincible, a show with some of the same sensibilities as The Boys, but with more longevity. Invincible is an animated action series based on Cory Walker and Ryan Ottley's comic book series of the same name. It recently ended its 4th season, and season 5 is on its way. The show centers on Mark Grayson, Stephen Yeun, a typical teenager who discovers his father is secretly the most powerful superhero on Earth, and he has inherited that power. The Invincible comic series is composed of 144 issues, contained within 25 volumes. The TV show is not following the exact timeline of the comics, pulling in some characters and storylines out of order, but you can reasonably say each season covers about 15 to 20 issues, meaning there could very well be 5 more seasons of Invincible. Invincible does what The Boys does, but better. For those unfamiliar with Invincible, you couldn't be totally blamed for assuming it was more or less an animated version of The Boys because both shows premiered on Prime Video within 2 years of one another, are based on comic books, feature original superheroes, and are horrifically and hilariously violent. Furthermore, both are cutting satires on the superhero genre. Initially, it felt like The Boys had a clearer eye about what it wanted to say about the superhero genre and industry, and what that says about us, but as the seasons have gone on, The Boys has lost the plot a bit. Invincible seems to know what it is more and more as the show goes on. The Boys and Invincible both attempt to show how bad it would be if the superheroes were alive in the real world, how much chaos and death they could cause just by flying. The Boys married this to a political satire that works wonderfully, but in recent seasons has been undercut by the show's need to resolve the plot, and have superheroes do actually heroic things. Invincible, on the other hand, balanced its satire a little more evenly and has reaped the benefits from that balance. While Invincible doesn't claim that superheroes are great protectors of humanity, it hasn't been afraid to indulge in some comic book tropes along the way, which makes the satire resonate more. Robert Kirkman is planning for at least 3 more seasons of Invincible. Invincible showrunner Robert Kirkman has said he would be interested in doing upwards of 9 seasons of the show, and didn't even set that as a hard stop, via the wrap. He's also said how he and his creative team, which includes Ottley, are confident in pursuing storylines and ideas not even present in the comic, via the direct. Invincible could go 5 more seasons based on the comics and what Kirkman has said, and maybe it could go even longer if the showrunners keep coming up with new ideas.